grandparents. Again, we're talking about health this month, and this week we want to take a look at how taking care of your mental health is part of good grandparenting. And I know there's many people struggling with mental health these days, especially after a pandemic. There's been a lot of stress created by that. There are people that struggle with depression, eating disorders, you name it. There's all kinds of mental health issues that any one of us may be facing. And we need to consider as grandparents, how does that affect our interaction with our grandchildren, and what can we do to compensate or overcome, get the help that we need so that we are able to be more engaged with our grandchildren. So let's talk 3 quick points about why taking care of our mental health is a positive thing in relation to being grandparents. And the first one is that if you are able to interact in healthy ways with your grandchildren, you will find that you're able to be more of a mentor, to be more of an influencer in their lives. So anything you can do as a grandparent to stabilize your own mental health will definitely help with the quality of the interaction with your grandchildren. Here's a funny one, okay? And it's funny but sad. And this came from one of our young staff members, okay? If you are quirky and weird and crazy, sometimes young people don't want to be around us. If we are quirky, weird, and unhealthy, sometimes our grandchildren don't want to be around us and they don't want to introduce us to their friends. So there's some incentive to get help if we need it, and to be definitely on top of our own mental health so that our grandkids will want to be with us and they don't feel embarrassed by us or like they have to explain, crazy grandma to their friends. And there's some comedy in that. Of course, there's some sadness in it too. And as I always suggest, talking about these things in families is a huge help. So if you're struggling, maybe talk with your children and ask them, if there's anything that you're doing that, is making the young ones afraid, nervous, embarrassed, that you can have some influence on in your own life. And again, get help. Sometimes people associate having mental health problems only with being, ashamed of it, embarrassed by it. We live in a day and age where there's lots of help available, and I would encourage you to seek the right kind of professional help so that you have good quality of life yourself, and then you can share that good quality of life with your extended family. And that is just invaluable. Why would we hold back from getting help if we know that the reward is going to be better family time together? Here's a kind of an odd one. You're better able to help in times of family crisis. And the reason that one came to my mind was, dealing recently with the death of a grandchild, and the continuing repercussions of watching your children go through that experience. Certainly you're able, as the older generation, as a grandparent, as a mother or father of your children who are suffering and recovering from that kind of a trauma in their family life, you're better able to help them if your own mental health is in good shape. We will all grieve, but if we're not mentally healthy in those moments, it makes it harder to be a help to someone who's in need in those times. And certainly we saw that in our own family, just the ability of many family members to gather around, to help, to be a comfort, to be supportive, and to help this young family get through this change and transition in their lives and the grieving process. So let's keep ourselves in good shape mentally and physically. This is good for yourself, grandparent, and it's good for the others around you. So work your hardest to do what you need to do to keep yourself in good mental shape. It may mean, for some people, it may mean as simple as you just need to take a quiet pause once in a while and have some time to yourself and some self-care, all the way up to getting the right kind of professional help or medication, and then being consistent with your own treatment so that you're in good shape to work with your family. Take care, be grand, and be healthy in all ways.